when it was clear that Call of Duty wasn't really moving Game Pass itself this past fall and into this year, I was like, it's never going to happen. I mean, like,
oh shit.
Like now, you know, it's never going to happen. And in fact, you might have preferred the people that came onto Game Pass for 1 or 2 months to have just bought it. That was like the whole thing, is like they would have just bought it. And I think they realize that they're kind of hurting themselves because games aren't, we didn't know when they started up Game Pass what we know now, which is that, yeah, people don't really like this.
But it's interesting. I was watching Michael Pactor's podcast and he was talking about how it's all about Game Pass for Xbox. Yeah, I actually was hearing that Microsoft's putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. So Microsoft's putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. So putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. So putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass. Putting a little bit less focus on Game Pass.
You're lying.
I think Activision was Bobby Kotick just wanted to get his golden parachute and jump out of the plane.
That acquisition changed everything for Microsoft. It was a huge. If you care about Xbox, that was a huge mistake.
Whoa. Damn. It's like that?
Like, if you don't care about Xbox and you just care about Microsoft gaming or just a person in the industry that wants games, it's great. But that caused the undoing of Xbox. But I think Bethesda.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, like, I don't understand how that would be the undo.
I always love proving these Xbox Game Pass haters wrong. I mean, these guys hate Xbox Game Pass. They hate Xbox in general. And I love proving these guys wrong. You know, there's guys like Kyle Moriarty, just PlayStation fanboys in general. They hate Xbox Game Pass. I buy my games. Y'all just renting games. Whatever the excuse they make, these guys are wrong. I've done several videos about this topic, and every time I do one of these videos, I love it. I absolutely love it. Xbox fiscal numbers came out a couple days ago, and yeah, they were pretty impressive. But of course, you know, the hardware wasn't great. That's no surprise at this point. It's the end of a generation, plus Xbox console prices went up $100. So nobody is expecting the Xbox Series to sell great anymore, and they never did sell great in the first place. But you know, they're using that as another narrative at this point. But anyway, guys, Xbox Game Pass. Satya Nadella confirmed Xbox Game Pass annual revenue was nearly $5 billion for the first time Now, of course, the first question you hear is, what's the profit? What was the profit? And honestly, that's a fair question, right? What's the profit? Yes, I know the revenue was $5 billion, but what's the profit? We don't know what the profit was, but I'm pretty sure there was some profit there. We heard in the past that Xbox Game Pass has a budget of $1 billion when it comes to, deals. $1 billion when it comes to third-party deals with third-party games appearing in Game Pass day one. I don't know what's the budget for the games. I don't know Xbox first-party games. Let's just guess. Let's just go out on a limb and say $2 billion. So if that's $3 billion, if you include game development for games going into Xbox Game Pass, if you include third-party deals going into Xbox Game Pass, they don't market Xbox Game Pass that much, so there's probably not much of a marketing budget. Just guess. So let's say $2 billion profit. Now, obviously, I don't know if this is a fact. I'm just talking shit right now. So if this service getting $2 billion worth of profit, I think that's pretty damn good, don't you? I'm just saying. We don't know the exact number, but I'm just guessing here. But I love to pull out the receipts. Because there are so many people in this community that hate Xbox Game Pass, and you know why I'm here. Even though my last video, I was talking positive about Porter Rock, I also said he always talks a lot of shit. I have a few tweets from him. Game Pass is over 7 years old and it only has around 30 million subscribers. That's the tweet. These guys need to focus on what PlayStation is doing. They really do, because Xbox Game Pass, as you see, is doing fine, guys. It's doing fine. And according to Derek Strickland, Xbox Game Pass is making up 21% of Xbox total fiscal year 2025 earnings. Listen, bro, I'm not a mathematician. I don't even know how to add. But as you see, Derek Strickland, he's saying it's 21% of Xbox total fiscal year 25 earnings. But like I said, Porter Rock, he always talks shit. And this is a old tweet from the past. He said, every executive said day and date AAA games on a subscription service is not sustainable. Xbox has failed. This guy, Power Eagle, says, we will see if that's the truth. Don't change your statement when you see things changing. Porter Rock responded, I stood on business when I said Xbox Game Pass is not sustainable. PS5 will crush Xbox Series consoles, and Xbox will put more games on PlayStation because they plan on Game Pass PC and cloud is failing. I was right. Well, I mean, he was right about Xbox putting more games on PlayStation, 100%. But did he predict that PlayStation was going to put games on Xbox? And he said that Game Pass, PC, and cloud is failing. Well, these numbers said otherwise, my man. Now, you can talk about their console sales failing, and that's valid. But everything else is doing pretty well for Xbox, and they're still doing another console. Yes, Microsoft themselves is doing another console pretty soon. Buns, this nigga named Buns. Buns said, Game Pass gonna go down as one of the worst long-term money-making strategies in gaming history.
Shut up, bitch.
These guys write these tweets with so much confidence. They're so cocky when they write these tweets, when they wrote these tweets, like, yeah, it's gonna go down as the worst money-making strategy in gaming history. Yeah, buddy, you're wrong. Sam G says Game Pass in the long run is not sustainable. You cheap ass Xbox fans are the helping Microsoft with kill Xbox. Within 3 years, Game Pass will be dead and feel fired. Yeah, he wrote this September 21st, 2021. That's why it's always important when you take these receipts to write, make sure you screenshot the date. Yeah, let me do the math. 2021. So with his theory, September 21st, 2024, Xbox, will be dead. Well, I'm sorry, Game Pass will be dead and Phil Spencer fired. So Sam G, no, my man, that didn't happen, you asshole. Wakford Chandru. Oh, these names, bro. He says, I'm calling it now. Xbox will be sold off by Microsoft before 2025. Why is this not being talked about more? This Game Pass business model is simply not sustainable, even for a big corporation like Microsoft. Hashtag Xbox, hashtag PlayStation.
Wrong.
That's another guy saying Xbox would have been dead, but that guy said before 2025. Oh my God. Did I actually forget to write down the date, the screenshot, the date on that one? Maybe I did, but he said before 2025. That's hilarious, y'all. That's absolutely hilarious. Everybody's favorite pony, the real J-Dub, says PlayStation Plus will outsell Game Pass year one. We remember this quote, hashtag PlayStation 5. Yeah, okay, J-Dub. You know, I'm convinced that J-Dub just wakes up in the morning to say, yo, let me just tweet some stupid shit. Yeah, if he does that, he's pretty consistent at it. Every day, tweet stupid shit. Guy has how many 300,000 tweets? It's just stop talking so much, man. Stop talking so much. But the homie Mr. Inferno, he said something that really made me like, yeah, he's 100% right. He said the gaming community is weird. You got people stressing out and wondering if a almost $4 trillion corporation is making money on a service that allows you to play some new games that usually is $70 or less for $20 a month. Instead of taking advantage of it, we're here concerned trolling. 100%. 100%. It seems like when Xbox Game Pass became a thing, you heard the worst narratives in the world. I support the devs. I buy my games. I don't rent games. Like, the dumbest shit you've ever heard. Who goes to, certain stores and say, I want to support Best Buy. I want to support whatever. Nobody does that. I always use the analogy when you go to Best Buy. Do you say, I want to buy the TV full price because I want to support LG. I want to support Samsung. Nobody does that stupid shit, bro. But except for the games industry, where all of a sudden everybody wants to support the developers. I love the analogy. I said nobody goes to a buffet and says, yo, how in the hell is Golden Corral able to put all of this food out here for us to eat as much as we want for $30? This is insane. I'm concerned about Golden Corral. This can't be sustainable. Having the all-you-can-eat buffet can't be sustainable. Yeah, that's how you guys sound. You sound stupid. And Mr. Inferno was 100% right. Xbox is now a $4 trillion corporation. $4 trillion with a T. And y'all are worrying about if this service that they've invested in, billions of dollars in, is sustainable. Now we're hearing it made $5 billion for the first time in a year. And now oh man, how much is that as profit? Microsoft is a $4 trillion corporation. Trust me. If they wasn't happy with the service, they would get rid of it, damn it. This must end. Look, I gotta go. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you're subscribed, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.